My name is Mandy. I am with KWRI Marketing, and today's class is the Command Overview class. If you are joining us live, I invite you to put questions in the chat as we go. I'm going to answer as many as I possibly can. If I don't get them while I am teaching, I will do my best to get them after we finish our class recording here. And if you're watching on recording, please feel free to reach out to us by emailing us at support@KWRImarketing.com. We have email support for you from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. That is Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. And that also goes for our folks that are watching live with us today that are here in the class with us. If you have any questions after this class, you can always reach us by that way. A lot of the stuff that I'm going to cover today, you'll hear me mention, hey, if you need help with this, email us. You'll probably hear me say that a whole bunch because there are some things, especially as you are getting started in your real estate career or getting started learning Command for the first time, that we can actually save you a lot of time and be that extra support and resource. We wake up every day and show up to work so that we can support you in your business and help you succeed. So we get a lot of personal joy out of being able to help you to do that. So definitely reach out to us. Definitely let us help you. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump in. This is the Command Overview class. It's going to be a complete overview of Command. It's a pretty broad spectrum, so I won't be going into any in-depth much at all. However, on our YouTube channel, all of our class archives are there, as well as quick tip videos, a lot of them. So especially our class that we're filming today or recording today will be posted within 24 hours there, but you can also go back and check. We teach this class a lot, and so it will be there in the archives as well if you want to come back and visit it again, as well as a lot of other classes. So definitely recommend checking out those resources. All right, so we're going to jump right on in. And as you'll see on the screen here, this is the Command login page, newly updated since family reunion. I did want to start here to point out just a couple of things. There is an eyeball right here on your password. If you copy and paste your username and password, especially like from your KWRI Marketing setup sheet, sometimes it adds spaces before or after when you're copying and pasting it from another location. So it's great to have this eyeball here. You can click it, put your cursor before or after your username and your password. Just make sure, hit the delete key, hit the backspace just to make sure there's no extra spaces there, and then try to sign in. That is 99% of the time usually the cause of login failures. So just wanted to share that little pro tip with you. I'll be sharing as many as I can with you as we go through today. Okay. So this is your login screen. You'll also notice that I'm in an incognito window up here on the top right. It's incognito. We do see better performance out of Command in Chrome, especially an incognito window. It just helps run a little bit smoother. So highly recommend doing that. We're going to go ahead and hit the sign in button. Here we go. This is our new and improved handy dandy dashboard. I'm going to be going over this with you in detail here. We're actually going to start with this, and then I'm going to go over everything you see across the top, plus this menu over here to the right, and then we're going to go down your icons to your left, which are considered your tabs. You've also heard them referenced as applets. So we're going to go over all of these things, okay? And so let's go ahead and get started with the dashboard. Yours is probably going to look a little bit different because you can customize this dashboard right over here to the right. And so I'm going to start with this action button here. If I hit customize, I can choose the different widgets I want to appear on my dashboard, as well as move them around. Let's say I want my notepad at the top. Let's say that my goals are super important to me. I want it to be the very first thing I see when I log into my dashboard. So I'm going to move that up. Right now, it doesn't give you the option to move laterally, but you can move up and down. Over here on the left-hand side, I definitely want to see some design updates when I come in because I'm big on creating those. And I can hit apply, especially if you made any changes just now. Highly recommend doing that. And so you can definitely customize this to what you would like it to be. Over on the left-hand side, we'll start here with our quick touch buttons. These are an amazing update they just put up here. These are leads never contacted. It's pulling that from my Command database, and it's letting me know how many have never been contacted. If I wanted to, I could click this button and it'll immediately open up my Command database, which is the second tab over here and would show me those 6 contacts so I can get to it right away. Next is recently active. It would tell me who has logged in either to my website or my KW app and has been viewing properties. If you haven't checked out those classes on from us, our website 101, website 201, and then also your KW consumer app class, highly, highly, highly recommend it. It gives you Big Brother access essentially to your consumers. I would be able to see who has viewed a property, who's liked a property, if they've sent me any messages or requested any showings. It's all right there within their contact in my command. So if anybody had been recently active on my app or my website within the last 72 hours, and they did it by logging in, they would have a username and a password to my website or app, then I would see activity right here and I could click this and it would show me those contacts. Next are birthdays and then home anniversaries. If I had anyone listed within my command contact database that had birthdays or home anniversaries, it would tell me who. I could click on them. It would immediately open up those contacts and I could get right to it. So pretty handy dandy there. Right below that, we mentioned the goals widget as well. You'll start to keep an eye out for the top right hand corners. You will usually find your action buttons there or your filter options. So here I can sort by year to date or month to date. I will show you in just a little while where you can actually enter your goals. And that way, whenever you do business within Command, it will track it for you and show you how you're progressing through your year. Pretty great. And your notepad over here on the right, this is a living document. I can come here in any time and leave notes. And every time I log out or log back in, or maybe even use a different device, maybe instead of using a laptop command, I actually go into the command app on my mobile device. It doesn't matter. This living document will continue to populate in every single one of those devices every single time I log into command, and it will show me the same things that were written on it. It will not change. Super great little post-it note, especially let's say you have an admin for yourself. You can actually keep yourself up to date right there as well. Next is a profit share widget. This is brand spanking new. This is also a great update that we got right after family reunion. So if this is something that is very important to you that you are using to grow your legacy, highly recommend you check this out. You can also select pro tip in the top right corner for it to give you pro tips. And if you start earning now, if you give this a click, it's going to move you over to our educational platform, which is Connect. You'll see a little tab up here on the top. We're going to go in that in just a second. And it will start giving you tutorials on how to grow your profit share and your downline. I am a former KW employee, KW agent, and I will tell you, even years out of being out of production and out of KW, this profit share is a real deal. It has put me through college later on in life, and it's been wonderful. So highly recommend you check this out, guys. If you haven't already taken this seriously, start. It's a great, great asset and a legacy. All right, database health. This also contacts and computes numbers from your database here within your command, as well as your opportunities and things of that nature. It tells you how great your health score is with your database. We all know that your contacts are your money, right? And so your phone numbers, how many emails you have, how many addresses you have on file, how many neighborhoods you've actually put into your contacts as well. So it tells you how well you're doing. As you can see from these stats, now you do know we're working out of a demo account, but you could tell just if you were reading this about Scott's business, he primarily does email business. He doesn't do a whole lot of direct mail, and he does some phone numbers, some phone calls, maybe some text right there. And you also see, again, be looking for those action buttons or the menus right here, especially when you see carrots like this, the little upside down triangle. That means we've got a menu hidden there. So you can come in here and compare through all these different options, look into production, also all agents, agents in your state, and agents within your market center to see how you're comparing. A little healthy competition there. And all the way below this are your tasks. Now you do have a task applet over here, or task tab, that we'll be going into in just a few moments, but this is a new and updated widget as well for us. It used to show minimal information, but from here you can actually come in and now create a task right from your dashboard. You can see the contacts that these tasks are linked to. If I click this, it'll, again, quick touch, and it'll go right to that contact within my command. And over on the right, looking for those carrots again. So we've got some drop down menus with some options. I can look at when this is due today, due next 7 days. Also have some task options as well if they are contact or opportunity tasks or onboarding tasks. Don't be alarmed if you don't have onboarding tasks. That is for leadership. So if you don't see that, that's okay. And I did skip over this designs widget right here. We'll be going into the designs tab in just a little while. However, this does give you a quick update on some that they've just launched, some templates that you can go in there and grab. And so again, I can click on them, preview them, and by one touch, just right here from your dashboard, you can jump in and create those. So super handy. All right. Oh, product updates. Yes, let me point this one out to you as well. This is one of my personal favorites. It'll tell you when it was last updated, which was March 9th. And then it tells you what's new, which is what they've already launched, which is what we are seeing here. It says for the consumer applet, a saved search. They've released a new school district boundary that can be saved within the saved search feature, which is pretty nifty. If you haven't gotten into saved searches yet, you can find that on our I believe that would be in our consumer mobile app class, where you can see those. But basically, think of you setting up criteria for your contacts, like they want 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, they want garage, they want public parking, whatever, or dedicated parking. You can set up those settings for them under a saved search within their contact in command, and it will update them as often as you set them up. Whenever a listing comes in on the MLS that matches that criteria, it will immediately email them if you have it set up that way, or it'll give them updates every couple of weeks or once a month, depending on what you've set them up for. So the fact that they've updated that to now include a new school district boundary, that's pretty neat. You also have the option right here to choose what's next. And if you do that, you can see a whole list of what they've got set for Q1 in 2023, which we're just about to the end of. So all of this should be launching very, very soon. And you can scroll down and read those updates as well. They are constantly, constantly updating command and improving this for you. So definitely check out any of those product updates. Okay, let me let some folks into the waiting room here. All right, and so that is your dashboard. So I'm going to start from top left and go right here to cover the top. As you can see, this is our command tab where we obviously already are. The next is going to be connect. Now, some of you may be used to going to some of the tabs. So when you log into the website, mykw.kw.com, we used to go there solely for like KW Connect or education and training. This is slowly but surely being moved over into your command so that you don't have two places to go for it. You just have one. You would just go to your command at agent.kw.com, and through these tabs, you would be able to access all of the above. Now, it is a move-in process, so you may see changes. When I was teaching this class just last week, we had an update that I had not seen yet. So we may experience some new things together. You may come in here and something look a little wonky at times. Just know they're pushing through updates on this. So for your Connect tab right here, you'll notice KW University is scooting through here. You've got a couple other tabs that are coming through, or hero pages, the lead generation that you can study, listings that you can study. As you scroll down, you can see continued learning or continue learning. These are things that you've already started here, either a tutorial or a video or an article that you've already started learning from here. You would see it listed, and you can always expand, but I don't have the option of view all at this time because I haven't started anything. As you go down further, you can discover more, browse all. You have some quick links over here to the right. Ignite and Bold. Those are amazing. Highly recommend them. And then I was fixing to go off on a rabbit trail about promoting Ignite and Bold. I will reel myself in. Just know, huge fan. They will do nothing but good for your business. All right. And so you can see you have many options here. You also have a search feature that populates at the top where you can search command based on a particular topic that you're looking for, like the profit share we were talking about before. If I put this in here, it'll pull articles and videos just based on profit share. You also have My Learning and a Browse All option. So you don't just have to stick right here to Learning Home. I can go over to anything that I've selected to learn, and also a Browse All topic as well. Okay, it will show you, since I don't have anything bookmarked yet, but it'll show you what's currently popular. You do have continue learning again right here that you can pull from, and completed learning to see what all you finished. Okay, so again, this is connect. I can click back over here and go right back to my command. You will notice a Command MC right here to my right of Connect. If you do not have that, it is 100% okay. That also is for leadership in your local Market Center staff. So if you are not Market Center staff, you will not have that option. Okay. Moving on over to the right, you will see a little hut icon. This is your marketplace. This is where you could go to actually connect and integrate other third-party platforms with your command. One that I like to mention is API Nation. It is not a free app. It does have a monthly charge, but that's something that a lot of agents use to sync their contacts, either between like Google Contacts and Command or MailChimp Contacts and Command. Just any other app that you are using that you want to sync the data with or your contacts with, there's some options in there along with a ton of other third-party platforms. Again, do want to give the disclaimer, some are free, some have an additional cost. If it has an additional cost, you will be prompted to enter your credit card number into your profile there for Marketplace. Okay. So none of those are required. They are all additional. And it's just there to help support you in your business, however you like to run your business. Next are the notifications. You'll see the red or the little bell with the red dot on it. That used to be all that we had, but now we have this great red oval that actually shows you the number of notifications that you have. So you can give that one click. You see unread or read notifications now. I also have the options. Again, I'm seeing that carrot, so I know there's got to be a menu there. I have these options to choose. Let's say I'm working on my one thing. So when I'm in my one thing time block, and I'm in Command, I don't want to be bothered by all the other things. Let's say I'm just focused on campaigns that morning. So I just want to click campaigns. I will only see notifications based on those. So that's pretty great. And then I'm just going to click that back all to all notifications. I also have the choice to mark this all as red. I want to point out the reason why I love these notifications so much, you will notice they have hyperlinks in them. I can hover over, and that is a hyperlink to view tasks. There are some amazing things that you can get in your notifications, like if your contact puts in information into your lead capture form. Let's say you created a landing page for your open house sign-in and someone registers there. Not only will it populate here in your notifications, but I will have a hyperlink in the notification. I can click it. It'll take me right to that contact in my command. I don't have to hunt and peck for it. It'll be right there at my fingertips. So really great to always have hyperlinks right here in your notifications. Okay, you do have some settings here under the cogwheel we're not going to go into today, but just want you to know it is there. I'm going to skip the name because we're going to go into this menu here a little bit deeper. So for now, let's go to the question mark with a circle around it. These are going to be some helpful guided tours. You also have another link to Keller Williams University here and a post an idea. Guys, if you notice a gap for you within your business, more than likely someone else has also noticed that gap. Come here, post the idea. If it's already posted by an agent, vote for it. It'll actually knock it up higher in the rankings. And KWRI does check those ideas to be able to create new things for you within Command. Okay. So definitely check that out. Chat with support. This is a biggie. I'm going to go ahead and open this. You'll see that a bot comes and joins me immediately, gives me some quick links. But if you see right here, I just waited a couple of seconds longer and it gives me a get in touch option. I can click that. It'll populate two options as long as it's within normal business hours for KWRI. If it wasn't during their normal business hours, then I would only see the leave a message option. And that's actually my favorite. So I wanted to point that out. The leave a message means I can type a little message in the form. It'll populate right here, send it on its way. I can carry on with my appointments during the day. And when KWRI gets to my message, they'll email me back directly with a result, with a question, whatever it is the next step in the process to get my issue resolved. So it's super great, guys. You can do the live chat, and that is required for certain things. You'll notice when you reach out to us at Scott Leroy Marketing, sometimes our answer is, hey, this is a KWRI issue. The reason being there are some security measures put into place where KWRI will ask specific questions like, hey, what's the last four of your social? Or we've even known them to do a live chat with someone and turn their camera on just to be able to identify the agent before they make changes like critical changes to their email addresses and stuff like that. So just know that that is important sometimes, but the leave a message is super convenient. I just want you to know it's there. If when in doubt, you can always reach out to us first at Scott Leroy Marketing because there's so much we can do for you support wise. But that is there just in case you need it. All right. And as we keep moving, guys, again, feel free, put questions in the chat. I know I'm covering a lot. This is a super fast paced class that covers a ton of information. But if you think of a question while we're moving through, I'll catch it as fast as I can or answer it at the end of class for you. All right. Scott Leroy Marketing, right here at the top, you'll see your profile photo and your name, but see, got that little caret, which means we got a menu. So I just want to show this to you real quick. If you are a team member, you will have an option right here to go to your team platform. Today, we're going to be working under the personal platform. If you are a solo individual agent, you will not have this option, or maybe you're on a productivity coaching team, you'll see your productivity coaching team right here, okay? Just below that, you have a profile. This is not technically your command profile. This actually is the KW Connect profile. Again, we're used to seeing it over there on mykw.kw.com. However, since they're slowly integrating that into command, this is my profile that is going to be inward facing to KW realtors and staff. If I give this a click, you'll notice how familiar it looks. I'll give it just a second to populate. You'll notice my tab changed to Connect up here on the top. And this is your KW Connect profile. You can edit this profile here. It is a little limited. It'll give you your service areas, your bio, your social links. You'll notice the name is grayed out, but just pro tip too, by the way, if you ever come in here to start editing things like your email or your phone number, you can do them from right here. However, there's several places throughout your KW platforms that need to be updated for your phone number, your email, your headshot, even your bio. So, or your service areas, actually, there's a couple places for service areas too. So that is somewhere where we can definitely support you. Shoot us over an email and we'll get them all updated for you across your KW platforms and marketing. Okay. So, but just wanted to show you this edit option is here. This is inward facing for your KW agents and referral partners. Ding, ding, ding. If you're growing your business by doing referrals over the United States, which is a super great way to grow your business, think of that when you put your bio on this particular profile. This can be a different bio. Maybe it's more geared towards other agents as to why you are a perfect referral partner. Okay. This will never get out to consumers. Again, 100% inward facing. All right. We're going to click back onto command, get us back over there and pull up this menu one more time. Okay, going to skip settings because we're fixing a deep dive into that. You'll see command training option is here again, and you do have a logout feature in case you're on a public computer. All right, so we're going to go into settings. This is your back office to your command. The thing that I'm going to show you first is your integrations page. It's the first thing that opens. Now, remember when I was talking about the marketplace up at the tippy top, the little hut? That is very similar to this right here. This is an integrations page where third-party platforms are going to integrate into your command. These are things like .loop, DocuSign. It's where you can link your Facebook and your Instagram so that you can do the marketing pieces throughout your campaigns, throughout your smart plans, and you'll be able to link them right here. You can even link your Google Calendar. As you go down a little bit further, you can also see Twitter, Kelly Covered. You can link your Gmail. You can link your Outlook. Outlook gets a little quirky, but it's there. Also, you'll notice that there was 2 Facebooks and 2 Twitters, just FYI. One is for post scheduling. So this is like just a regular social post. And then another is going to be an ads manager when you actually do paid ads through one of those platforms. Okay. And then as you scroll down, really want to show you some pro tips right on in here. Your email services, you do have 2 of them. One is your command mail. You get 5,000 free emails per month through this. And you also have MailChimp. If you choose to connect it, we do give you a free MailChimp account, or KW does rather. We set it up for you. Let somebody else in. All right. And then for your MailChimp, you get up to 2,500 emails per month. But with command mail, this is what your smart plans run through. And I want to show you, if you start getting replies back to a different email than you want, you change it right here. You can actually manage the way your name appears when it goes out in a smart plan. And you can also change the email address that the people are replying to when you run your smart plans. So you have a choice of different emails that you can choose from. If it's been on there, you might just have to type it in new if you haven't entered as many as we have. But you do have an option at the bottom where you can add the email by the pencil or trash it as well. And you can change your name right here. Let's say you're on a team and you'd like the team name to reflect. You can do that right here. It also gives you access to your usage. We've sent out a whole whopping 3 of 5,000 as tests through our program. And then as well, you can use your manage subscription button down here to add more if you need more than 5,000 a month. Okay. Twilio is optional. You'll notice it right there. If for some reason there is a third-party platform that you want to integrate into Command and you did not see it here already listed on your page, which are the most common ones, you can come right here to connect more apps. If I scroll all the way to the tippy top, that was also right here as well. Connect more apps. This is going to take you to the marketplace. Same thing as this little icon will do for you. Okay. All right. Lori, about MailChimp, there's different plan options. It depends on your contacts. It depends on how much you use it. So they do have a different pricing chart, but you are given a free account for 2,500 emails a month because you're a KW agent. All right. Let a couple more people in to join us. Got a big class today. This is great. All right, so that's your integrations page, folks. Over on the left-hand side, you're going to have, again, carrots, which means there's some drop-down menus hidden here, but I'm going to focus on taking you to connect settings. If you give that one click, you will see marketing profile. This is the template that populates all of your branding throughout your marketing campaigns or your social post or your smart plans or your website into your KW app. It all pulls from right here. You'll want to make sure that this little toggle is on and green. This means that it is populating your information out. It is feeding out to your website. If you don't see a website populated for yourself or your website seems to be defaulting to a kw.com instead of your website, chances are this isn't toggled on right here. So definitely come and check that out. All right, go down a little bit further. You have an opportunity to put your photo here as well as a team logo. If you don't have a team logo, you can put maybe your personal business logo there or just a generic KW logo because there are some places on the marketing that populates through Command that will try to put that image there. There's a placeholder for it. And if you don't have an image there, it will show broken image. The thing about the headshot right here, it can be a little quirky. It likes it to be a perfect square. And I will tell you, pro tip, it does generate better on your marketing pieces when it is a perfect square. If you see it wonky here when you upload it, if it looks funny right here, chances are it's going to look funny on your marketing. If you need any help getting this resized or adjusted, or, we have a lot of agents that reach out to us and say, hey, it's showing my entire right arm, but not even my left shoulder. How can I get it centered? We can help adjust that for you. So just let us know. The logo, ironically, can look wonky right here and it will adjust itself and look fine on marketing pieces. So little quirk there. As you come down further, these are your details. You want to have these in line with your brokerage and your board compliance. If you have a local board or a local brokerage rule that says you have to advertise with the same name that is on your state license, then you want to make sure that this name definitely matches your state license. Your license number is here. Your team name is here. If you don't have a team name, a lot of people you'll notice actually put their name at and their brokerage name. This actually does populate as a team name on some marketing pieces. And also for right now, until the new updates come out for the websites, it does populate as the title to your drop-down menu on your home page to your website. So just FYI, if you come down a little further, professional job title, you can put your slogan here. You'll notice if you try to save information on your marketing profile, it will not let you save without putting a slogan in. If you don't have one, a good one to use is for all your real estate needs. That kind of covers everything. Or you can hit the space bar twice and it'll actually take that as a slogan and keep you moving. As you come down a little bit further, you'll notice that we do now have more military affiliations that you can choose from. It comes into whether you're a military spouse, veteran, reserves, active duty, even a supporter and patriot is an option, which is pretty amazing. If you come down a little bit more, there's your bio. If you don't have a bio written, chances are you have our basic bio that we put in when we set you up originally, if you didn't provide one to begin with. Just know when you come in here to update it, There are a couple of places to update your bio. This is not the only one. And so definitely let us know if you want to get that updated. We'll make sure it looks the same everywhere. We just need the text that you want it to say because spacing is important. You'll notice there's double spacing in between paragraphs here. If you want yours set up that way, just send us the exact text, how you would like it to look like, and we'll get it put in there for you. All right. Phone numbers. You will notice that mobile and office are both required. If you do not have an office line for yourself or another dedicated business line, let's say somebody is assisting you in your business, like an admin or a tech, a transaction coordinator, there's my words, then you could put your mobile phone here twice. Just know that it will show double on your marketing in some places. It'll show stacked right on top of itself, or you can put your brokerage phone number here in place of the office phone so that it's not doubled too obviously because the broker information does show in a different place on your website pages and things like that. So it won't show stacked immediately right on top. Your website. Please know that KW agent websites do not require www before them. Actually, a lot of websites nowadays do not require that. It will default out. It will error out if you try to go to that website. If you added the www, you will notice it has https:// right before it. Please know that this makes it a hyperlink on your marketing. When it goes out and a consumer is looking at it from their app, from your website, whatever, it'll be a one touch button hyperlink and it'll take them right to your website. Okay. So this keeps it an active link. And so you definitely want to keep that in place right in front. Okay. Keep that in mind for all your other marketing. If you order additional business cards or signs or whatever it is that you order, don't put that www in front of it. It won't work. All right, brokerage information. This should already be filled out for you. If for some reason you're not seeing that on your marketing profile, or if you came in here and you're completely empty on your marketing profile, let's say you've been in business a little while, you're just now coming to check things out, and this is empty, let us know. We can get that filled for you. Okay. But this is something we generally update for you is the brokerage information. If you change brokerages, if you leave KW and return to KW, all of those things, we can help. Just let us know. As you come down further to your compliance for your legal footer text, you can add the text in here as you need it. You can also add links to your required compliance documents. This is especially for like our Texas agents and our New York agents who have like information about broker services or your CPNs that you need to add. They can be added right here. They can be removed right here. You can also add an additional link. You can also add legal footer images. An agent got really creative and put their designations here, things that maybe you've taken extra certification in and it has a logo. You can stick it right here. Just know it's itty bitty. It's 128 by 48 pixels. So it is tiny, but it is a great place to add an additional logo if you have it. Social links. Please make sure that these go to your profiles. Test them out. Sign out of your social media or send them to a friend to check. Someone that is not signed into your social media platforms, have them click on these links for you. Make sure that they are public facing, that they don't have to sign in, log in to that social media platform in order to view your profile. Okay. Those will be hyperlinked in your app and also on the bottom of your website, along with some of the marketing pieces that go out from campaigns. Google Analytics. This is coming soon, guys. It used to work. Google updated. They're still working on the back end of things to make it compatible with Command again. But this would actually track activity on your website and your KW app, even when the consumer doesn't log in. So if they haven't created their special login and password, just them going to your website, just them clicking and hovering on some things, it would track that activity for you and send you the analytics behind it. So this is coming soon. We are very hopeful. They're supposed to launch this year again. So very, very hopeful that that's coming soon and we'll be able to do that for you through Scott Leroy Marketing as well. All right, click save if you made any changes, if you're following along with me today. We did not, so we're not going to. So now that we have finished going across the top and on your dashboard, we're going to start going over here on the left-hand side down the tabs, okay? So just to orient ourselves, I'm going to click the very first one, which is home. You'll notice if I hover over, the name populates. However, if you are not super familiar with the icons yet, you can always click the red KW top left and it will populate the names beside the tabs for you. Okay. So just to orient ourselves again, here we are on the dashboard. Right when you log into Command, you'll notice the icons on the left generally never change. and we did click home, which is the top one to bring us right back here to our dashboard. Next that we're going to go over is contacts. This is your money right here. These are your database, your sphere of influence, whatever you want to call them. But this is it right here. So we're going to change this real quick. Give me just a second. All right. And so you'll notice that we just have 2 contacts here as our test contacts. Hopefully you have a little more than we do. If you don't have your contacts into command yet, send us over the file. If it's an Excel file or whatever, just send it to us. We will, as long as it's editable, we should be able to get it reformatted and imported for you. We just need the file and your username and password, and we can help you with that. You will notice there are options over here on the top right to do it yourself. If you would like, you can import, which is an option you would use if you're importing more than one contact at a time, or you do have the option to add one contact at a time right here. These can be a little bit of a time spender if you're trying to import. You can import your own file that's not formatted, or you can download the template that's already formatted. Just know, well, there's some additional formatting that has to be done. Just know it can be a little time consuming for your contact database to be your bunny in your business. I just really highly recommend let us help you. This can be a little bit of a time spender as well as some errors. And once you get your contacts in there and start getting them set up on automated marketing pieces and things like that, like smart plans and saved searches, it can be a little bit of a bear if you start realizing, hey, Joe Bob actually has Shirley's email address and Shirley has Joe Bob's phone number. So just want you to know we're here to help you get that right. Okay. And over on the top right, you'll see the 3 dots. You'll notice this throughout the tabs a lot, those 3 dots. Just like the carrots, it also means that we've got some hidden options there. And so click the 3 dots. You'll notice these are your export options. I can export a copy of all of my own contacts. I can export mailing labels in the CSV form. CSV is just a fancy way of saying Excel spreadsheet. It means comma separated values. So it is editable. Just think of it that way. It's editable. You can get in there, you can erase some contacts, maybe update an address or something. But the one that exports in PDF, that's not editable. Okay. That is in a standard static form on a, I want to call it a piece of paper. It's just a PDF. And so just know you can't edit the text once it's on that PDF. Okay. You can add to it, but you can't edit it. So that is there for you. Coming back over on the left-hand side, you'll notice a search option with a caret. So you'll see that we have a drop down. You can search by any of these options. We highly recommend sticking to everything because it will search literally everything. And you do have some filters. I'll click on those to show you. You have many, many ways to start searching through your contacts. Highly recommend you checking out our Database 101 class that will be taught this Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, as well as check out some of our videos on our YouTube, like working with tags within Command. That's a great, great class. Actually, that one's not even a class. It's a quick tip video for less than 15 minutes, and it'll tell you how to organize your database through tags. So just recommend checking that out. This is a great way to sort things and make it quick and easier for you to stay in touch with your database and also lead generate. You'll notice Smart View. Let's say I come in here and apply a ton of filters. I know that every morning I'm going to come in and I'm going to touch my database and I'm going to be lead generating, let's say through referrals. I want to go back to all my past clients. Well, I can come in here, apply some filters, grab all my past clients, and they'll populate. I can make it a smart view and save it as a smart view. And when it does that, it means that I don't have to come in every time and sort through all those filters. I will have it right here. It'll say smart view, referrals or something to that nature, or past clients, whatever you set it up as. I can come in here, one click on that. It displays all the contacts I need to get rolling with right away. So a little bit of a time saver for you. If you come down further, you can notice that you have a box here in the header that is a select all box, or you can come down here and select contacts one at a time. You'll do notice this little hidden menu pops up. This is a bulk action menu that gives you tons of actions that you can do for your contacts. We're not going to go into it all. That is in our Database 101 class, but I do want to show you they have a hidden menu right here on your contacts. Okay. You do have some sorting options on the top right. You will notice some of these options are throughout all the tabs that we're going to go through today. So just start keeping an eye out for that. Like when it says showing one of two contacts of two, I can click that and actually show up to 500 per page. I also have a tile option and a list option. This is in list option. It tends to give us better sorting features through our columns right here. Like if I want to see who was recently active, I can sort by that and it'll bump it up to the top for the one that was last active. If you're in tile form, it doesn't give you those columns that you can really sift through. So highly recommend the list view. And I can customize my columns too by clicking on that. Doesn't this look very similar to our dashboard, right? Where we customize it. So you'll notice command works a lot from templates. So you'll start getting familiar with how it works. Over on the left-hand side, I can click and unclick what I do and don't want. And on the right-hand side, I can obviously drag and drop and move to the most important that I want to see, okay? All right, and that is your contacts. Just know if you do have a team profile, again, I could click over here and see my team contacts, and it does give you a couple extra options under export if you were to do that, okay? All right, next tab is your tasks tab. Let that populate. You'll notice it looks almost identical to what your dashboard did. You have a couple of extra tabs up here at the top to do completed and archive. You do have a search feature as well, along with more filters. And you do have quick touch buttons here. See the times that they are due that you can choose through, and another action button, top teal button right here, create new tasks that you can go through and create. If you're working on a team, this is going to look a little different, but for a personal agent, this is what it looks like. You can mark them done by check marking them. I can click in to see if I want to see this particular contact that it's linked to, change priority, their due date. Again, notice that red, those, not red, those three dots, that means we have a menu. And so give that a click. I can edit, reschedule, add a note, or archive. Okay. And you can also check that button right there. It would also mark it done. And it's going to ask me because this was a particular call task. So it actually asks me if I want to add this to the timeline within the contact, and also what was the outcome of the phone call. Let's just say there was no answer today. If I wanted to put a note, I could, and I can mark it complete. It would update her contact within command, and you get a green banner of success showing that it was done. Okay, this is a great place to keep your tasks in place. If you create smart plans, for your database as well, it will auto-populate tasks for you here to tell you, hey, it's time to do that handwritten letter, or hey, it's time to send a text. Things like that. I just saw your question, Michael. How do you delete a contact? I'm going to hold that to the very end and I'll go back. I'm sorry I didn't see that when I was under that tab, but I'll go back and check that out for you in just a second. There's actually a two-step process to that. All right, so this is your tasks. Pretty self-explanatory. Smart plans. Just what I was fixing to get into with you guys. So think of this as your drip campaigns, okay? Under campaigns, there are like an email campaign. That's kind of like a one email blast, okay? But a drip campaign can be multiple steps. You'll notice the ones that we have added in here already are listed here. It shows us the contacts that may be under it. It is inactive if you don't have any contacts. It is active if you have an eyeball and a little person sitting there, okay? So you can see when you created it, the duration, how many touches it actually is between you and that contact. And over on the right, you have some action buttons again. I can add a person directly from here. FYI, pro tip, you can add up to 20 people right here, or you can do it through that hidden bulk action menu within the command that I showed you. If you choose more than one contact and that bulk action menu shows up, I can add up to 500 people to a smart plan that way. You can also do it by tags. So check out the tags. I can edit, and I have my three dots, which means I've got another menu right here. Okay. So smart plans, think of it as that drip campaign. I'll grab one here that's got many steps. Let's go with the 15er. If I choose this carrot, it's going to open up that smart plan for me and show me all the tasks that are involved with it. It will create a manual task for me. It will give me a touch task, which means it'll send a video text to my contact. If you'll see, it's kind of cuts off with a dot 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 there, but there is more to that text image. If I got in here and really started editing this smart plan, it would show me all the text that it's going to send. If you don't pay for Twilio for it to send out these texts automatically for you, it's okay. It would actually come back and just manually create you a task right here in your task app or your task tab. and you would just send it out manually through your phone to that person. If I go down a little further, you can notice that it has a 1-day delay, and then it sends an email touch task. That means you personally are going to reach out to the contact. It delays for a couple of days, and then it gives you a task telling you to, hey, call that person. Delays 3 more days, it'll send them a simple email. Delay 3 more days, you get the gist. It is a drip campaign. It is constant contact or delayed contact. Some form, some way you are touching your contacts in your database, keeping them with your brand awareness top of mind, and keeping them up to date with anything they want to know as well. Okay. And so this is great. You don't have to create it from scratch. You can always come right here to your library. There are smart plans in here created by KW themselves or other agents and staff create them too. You'll notice you have featured right here at the top along with the search bar. You can search by smart plan name, even the author. Let's say there's a mega agent that is really doing a bang up job with their smart plans, and that's where they're cultivating the majority of their business. You can search by them, by their author name, and just start grabbing all their smart plans that they're publishing here. Okay. There's not a charge for a smart plan, Lynette. I see your question there. Let's say it's not a charge for a smart plan. The only charge would be for Twilio if you want it to actually send out text automatically for you. Other than that, nope, there's not a charge. Okay. Um, Teresa, I will grab those in just a second. I'm going to wait on your questions until the end, but I'll get to you. All right, so let's keep going with smart plans. So you will be able to see here how many times they were downloaded, what they were reviewed for, how many steps are in them, how long, how many days the duration is, and how many touches you actually make directly with that contact. You can view steps here, and you can add that smart plan right on over to your smart plan so you can start adding people to it by choosing this button right here. Also, what's important is you can see the author right here. These are other agents or staff that you can choose from. If you scroll down, you'll notice Keller Williams section. These are not editable because they're pretty much great as they are, and they're templates. So they just expect you just to go ahead and use them as they are. The ones that agents or staff that are sending out, you can edit them. Let's say there's one step that you don't want to do, you can remove it, or you can add something that's kind of your thing. All right, you'll notice these have gobs of downloads, have been tried and true, and they're great just to go ahead and add to your smart plans and keep using. You can come down to top rated, even what's new. Okay, and you can view by category on the top right as well. All right, so that is your smart plans. Highly recommend this. We do have a smart plans class. Definitely check that out. It'll go into this in greater detail, incredibly a lot of detail. All right, referrals tab. Referrals are something that you can grow your business with. It covers the United States, actually internationally now they're getting into other countries. So this will work there as well. You'll notice that it has the action buttons all the way across the top, just like your dashboard in Command does. Lets you know how many pending invites that you have for referrals, how many pending referrals you have coming in, how many you've received, and how many you've sent. Hopefully yours looks a little different than ours since this is a demo account, but you do have my referral network here, how many agents you've already made a contact with. Maybe y'all haven't sent referrals yet, but you're definitely paired together. You've decided you appreciate each other as a referral agent and you've added each other to your network. So they are here, have that carrot where I can see more about that particular agent. I can create my own private notes as well, look at that agent's stats and any referral statistics. That is a coming soon feature, which is really great. So I'm going to close that carrot back up. Over on the right, you'll also notice that you have buttons to track your referrals, grow your network, do some sorting, and also mark as your favorites. You can start new referrals in the top right action button right here, but I want to show you the map. The map underneath this tab is incredible. This is a population from my web browser. So if you don't see this, it's okay. It's not part of Command. It's just part of the location blocking I have on my browser. So, all right, here we go. We have the map. This is pretty amazing. Let's say you've got a friend. They went and traveled to Montana. Actually, let me check somewhere. Somebody that's way more populated. We'll go into Colorado today. So when I scroll in, let's say they went on vacation there, they checked out a neighborhood, they really loved it, and they need to know an agent that works in that area. So I can actually start zooming in. You'll notice it's pausing for a second because it's populating some agents over here on the right-hand side. And as I zoom in closer, I'm in the mountains. Let me go over to where we might have some agents. All right, give it a second. And you do see I have my search options up here. I can search by production, market centers, network, and referral partners or patterns. But I want to show you by the map here. All right, got some green dots. Perfect. So I've got 8 agents populating over here on the right. And let's say my friend drove down Woodman Road, loved the area, and wants to know more. Well, I want to make sure they have an agent there that really knows that area. You'll notice there's dots. These are the listings, guys. And if I hover, see how it turns red? Let me find one that'll populate the person on the right. Hold on. I'm looking for one of the names to light up on that right-hand side so that I can show you. There. Oh, it's a little further down. All right. If I hover over this, see how Ed highlights over there on the right? So that's their listing right there. So he's a little bit further out of that area. So I would want to come over here and I want to find the person for this listing. I can click on it or click on the agents over here on the right, and it'll show me more about those folks. Notice they've got carrots beside them. So I can hit that. It starts telling me their information. I can even click on them, and I'm going to see that connect profile we were looking at earlier that's inward facing to KW agents. I can add a referral to them right now. Excuse me. I can add them to my referral network, or I can send them a referral right now. Or if let's see if it'll let me zoom in and narrow up my options here. It's showing me 69 agents. If I can get this under 50, I'll have the option to do a broadcast referral. That means I can send out, there we go. Now we got it down to 33. So now my broadcast referral is going to be an option. I can broadcast this referral out to all 33 of those agents. Whoever replies back, I can actually go and interview them and find the best fit for my friend, which is a really great option. Okay, so wanted to show you that that is here. Super easy peasy way to grow your network over the United States. So now we're going to go to opportunities. Think of it as opportunities to make money. This is your transactions, whether it's a lease, a purchase, a listing. This is where it would be. It's taking me just a second. Because the map still wants to sit here and update. Give me just a second. There it goes. All right. And so essentially, this is like a visual representation of your pipeline that you're seeing populating right out front. If you're on a team, you'll notice it opens the team one first, and then you have your personal right here next, or all opportunities is available. You can even look at discussions between you and your collaborators on your opportunities under that tab as well. But this is more of a visual representation of your pipeline. I want to point out the GCI on the far right. Not only will it show you the potential income of the opportunities you have moving through your pipeline, it'll also do it probable income. This is based on your stats, your personal performance, how many opportunities that you've started, what's the percentage of the different stages that you've moved them through, and how many have you actually gotten to closing. It will populate those percentages and tell you the probable income that you're going to get out of the opportunities that are sitting in your pipeline right now. That's pretty great as a real estate agent that's, standing on just commissions only. It gives you a little bit of predictability in your business, tells you when you need to step it up, when you have time to take vacation, whichever. And then on the top right, you'll notice some action buttons as well. You can create opportunities here, check your settings. I will show you under all opportunities what it looks like. It puts it more in a list form instead of the visual representation. And definitely check out our class on this as it gets into pretty nitty gritty nuts and bolts. So we're not going to go any further today. Just notice you're still seeing those search features, filter features, you got some carrots. So, you got a drop down menu here a couple of times and you can scroll through the pages. Okay. Next is your campaigns. These are always a lot of fun. You do have a few options with your campaigns. You can do just a normal social post. You can do a paid ad that goes out. You can also do direct mail and email blast, all from this one location. And you don't have to start from scratch either. You can see that we have some quick posts here that you can already choose from. And you do have tips on below that as well. On the top right, I can create a campaign. If you are doing paid ads, that payments tab right here is going to be super important to you to keep an eye on what you're paying for and what you're doing. Um, and we do have a class that's specifically for these campaigns. Highly recommend jumping in on that as well if you're looking to go ahead and start branding yourself and building your brand through marketing. We've got some fabulous classes on this as well. I do want to show you when you create a campaign that it gives you the choice of the four. Please keep that in mind. You'll see this replicated in a couple of tabs down when we go to designs. A lot of agents will say, hey, I created this great snazzy design and it won't let me put it in a campaign. Chances are you created a design for a social post, but you're trying to do an email campaign. You want to make sure those formats match. So if I'm going to create an email campaign, I want to make sure when I'm in designs, I'm doing email templates. Okay. Just a pro tip. All right. We're going to close that and move on along to reports. I'm going to step it up here because we're running a little late. All right. And so reports, if you're a numbers person, you're going to love this. If you are not a numbers person, steer clear of this tab. It will drive you bonkers. This is where you can read reports that are generated through the numbers in your command. This goes over like the opportunity phase, that pipeline that we're just talking about. It shows you how many total opportunities you've had, how many new opportunities you have, and some more stats regarding that. You can choose different reports that you're going to look at. You can also set your goals for this year right here under this tab, like I told you before. Lead routing is for teams, but it does go into emails and text and calls if you do that through command and have those, like you have your Gmail linked to command. And so it can monitor the emails that you send to your contacts and automatically list them in the notes within those contacts. This is going to show you the reports, how much you keep in touch with them, things like that. Next is going to be designs. I just want to make sure you see your design library, guys. It's so chock full of great templates, easy peasy. Okay. So let's say I'm going to create a design and I am going to let's do a social. I'm going to hit continue and it's going to open our template library. I want to show you how robust this is really quick. Don't worry, I'm going to stay a few minutes to be able to answer these questions. No worries. But I want to be respectful of your time. So I'm zooming through this end real quick. We're going to cover everything though. All right, there it goes. So here are templates. I'm going to skip this. Oh, go away. Okay, great. So here we go. You have a ton of carrots, which means we have a ton of options over here. Let's look at lead generation together. Let's look at client love. Look at these templates that it has populated already right here. Folks, you can just click this, start editing it, drop your name in, edit what you want it to say, and bam, you're done. You can either save it as a PNG on your computer if you want to do the image yourself. You can save it right here in designs and go back to campaigns and start creating that social post from there. It'll let you choose your design you just created. But there's just so much goodness in here that you don't have to recreate the wheel for. You don't have to be a digital marketing expert to make yourself look professional. It looks great. All right. So I just wanted to make sure you saw this with your templates. That is your design studio. We do have a class on that as well. Going on to listings. This is a great way to have MLS within your command and not have to bounce back and forth from your MLS website profile to here. If you had active listings and you've synced your MLS to command, your active listings would show right here for yourself. You can sync your MLS if you have an active listing at this time or you are a co-listing agent. You would just click here and follow the steps. However, if you don't have an active listing, you can search this as an MLS anyway. You can definitely search it by property address. We recommend MLS number though. It is the easiest since so many addresses are populated and duplicated over the United States. So we definitely recommend choosing by MLS number. You will notice the MLS images and listings are already populating on the right-hand side, even without me looking at something or pulling it up. But if I were just to click on this, let's choose this one. If I give it a click, you're going to see it just as the MLS does. Everything that's listed on the MLS will populate here. And you can scroll down, see the stats, see the map, see the area school information, fees and taxes, interior features. There's just so much goodness. I can click photos, open houses, virtual tours, and links. As long as it's on the MLS, I'll see that bad boy right here. All right. And so that just gives you a quick search to come in here and be able to view it as the MLS without you having to bounce back and forth between the MLS and here. Okay. Last but not least, your consumer tab. This is going to be the back office to your website and also your KW app. Okay, at the top, you'll notice the first two are agent site pages and landing pages. Those have to do with your website. The second two actually have to do with your KW app. This is, and let me clarify, KW consumer app, not the command app, but your KW consumer app. Your guide builder and your collections are two ways that you can personalize your apps for your consumers. So those are all right here. You'll notice your URL is located right here in the middle top center. That is your personal KW website. You'll notice your pages are listed right here that you might have on your website. If you are not seeing this, reach out to us. We can help you get those basic pages on there, as well as 6 additional ones like what's my home worth, or a mortgage calculator, or a greater school search. There's several things that we can help you add: a testimonials capture page and a testimonials review page. So we can help add those for you completely free to you. So just reach out and let us know if you want us to add those 6 additional good pages to your website for you, and we'll get that done for you right away. Over here on the top right, I want you to notice site app settings. This is the last thing we're going to go into today. This is the back side of the back office to your website. So I can change my hero text. I can change the hero images that are on my website, those background images that are up at the top right underneath the search feature. Here they are. I can change them out. I can add new ones if I want. Some agents add photos of themselves. And if you scroll down, there's even registration options. I can require that a person put in their information and sign up for a profile on my website after they look at 2 different properties. Um, and guys, I just lost my visual here. I apologize. If you can still hear me, if you'll put it in the chat that you can hear me, that would be great. If anybody in the class can still hear me, if you could let me know, that'd be great.